Hi guys, and welcome back to Studio One with me, Gregor. So today is a very special day for me because I want to show you something that I don't think anybody has ever shown quite like this on YouTube before. And that is how to get ARA integration, one of the most requested Ableton Live features, into Ableton Live thanks to Studio One. So what is ARA exactly? It stands for Audio Random Access, which is a plugin extension that was developed by Melodyne and PreSonus, and that allows us to exchange information with the plugin, not just at playback point, but all the time. This has a lot of serious implications, for example for Melodyne, where traditionally we had to load everything into its buffer before we can start doing any kind of editing. Now, while this sounds kind of complicated in theory, you're gonna see in just a moment that it makes all the difference. Unfortunately, until this point, Ableton Live users just didn't have access to this technology, so me talking about it wasn't of much benefit to them. And that's exactly what's changing starting today. So if you're an Ableton Live user, pay close attention, because I'm gonna show you how you can finally get seamless ARA integration into your software thanks to Studio One. Okay, so I'm in Ableton Live 10 right now, which is another DAW that I really like to use aside from Studio One. And I have a project here that would definitely require the help of Melodyne, because the vocals are quite a bit out of tune. Have a listen.
'Cause we keep it all in to stop the world from breaking.
In case you haven't heard of Melodyne before, it's a software developed by Melodyne, and it's the industry-leading standard without a question when it comes to auto-tuning and melodic correction. It can achieve absolutely sensational results even on very delicate material such as vocals, where we can hear rather quickly whether or not they've been artificially changed. So in order that you can truly appreciate what I'm about to show you, I first want to demonstrate what using Melodyne is like usually in Ableton Live. So to get started here, I opened up the browser and I'm gonna switch to the Plugins tab of Ableton Live. And now I'm gonna search for this plugin called Melodyne. So that's nested in the VST3 Melodyne folder, and now I can double click it to add it to my session. Here we go. That is Melodyne as it looks like outside of Studio One. So as you can see, it didn't immediately preload the audio, and that is because Ableton Live without ARA can't share the audio information with Melodyne in anything else but real time. And real time is not enough time for Melodyne to do its processing. So that is why you have to transfer everything into the Melodyne buffer first. So the way this works is I click on transfer until this button turns red. And now Melodyne is waiting for the information. And now I'm gonna play that little bit of vocal again. Let me just solo it really quickly and let's go.
'Cause we keep it all in.
And yes, I'm waiting until that entire thing runs through, basically.
Stop the world from breaking.
Don't worry, I'm kidding. Because we don't have that much time right now, I just hit stop, and as you can see, now Melodyne has done its detection and we can start working with it. And once you're in Melodyne, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I could, first listen to it, but I always have to do so in accordance with the Ableton transport also, which is another limitation, so I always have to click here. Let's see what we got.
To stop the world from breaking.
So this one, probably here. Let's see. I want to click here so bad.
To stop the world from breaking.
That could actually work if the pitch modulation wasn't so severe. So let's just try and select everything, get the pitch center right, correct the drift just a tiny bit, get that under control here. So let's see how that works. Sorry, I forget every time. I can't click here.
To stop the world from breaking.
This one has to go a little bit up. Let's try that.
To stop the world from breaking.
That's already pretty good. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. And now I want to keep working with it, right? But as soon as I would forget that Melodyne is on this channel, right? And that happened to me in so many sessions in the past. And maybe I want to, start slicing this a bit. Maybe I don't want this bit until later on in the song. I'll just move that a bit over here. Let's see what happens now when I hit playback.
'Cause we keep it all in to stop the world from breaking.
So I would think like, whoa, what's happening? Why is there something playing when there's absolutely no event, neither here nor in my session view? And then after some time looking through the entire effects chains, I find that one instance of Melodyne that's causing this. And every time I change position of anything, I have to first retransfer into the Melodyne buffer. So this is really not a comfortable workflow, and more often than not, I avoided Melodyne like the plague unless it was absolutely necessary to use it. Now with that out of the way, let's look at how we can add Studio One to our Ableton workflow to enrich it with amazing functionalities such as ARA, that you can really take full advantage of the completely different strengths that these two softwares have. So let me just resize my Ableton Live really quickly and open up Studio One side by side. What you're seeing here right now is just an empty project that I called ARA for Ableton, because that's literally what it is. One of the most popular feature requests of Ableton Live right here at your fingertips. And I found out how to do this by complete accident, and the excitement I felt in the moment I realized I could actually do this is hard to describe with words. So it was that level of excitement where I actually was stressed out until I finally could tell somebody about it. That's how cool it was. Okay, so at Studio One, we go to the preferences. And one thing that's really important to ensure is to go to the Advanced tab, to Services. You promise to be careful, because I'm your guide, of course you're careful. And then you have to turn off the rewire support temporarily, because rewire will deactivate stuff like VST support as well as transport playback for Ableton Live. So important to keep that turned off in this case. So now we just go on cancel because I've already done that. And we are ready to roll. So we go back to Ableton, we select the clip that we want to work on with Melodyne, and I just drag and drop the lead vocal right here to Studio One. Is that insane? That's nuts that that's possible. Okay, sorry, that's just me. And now we can just do the regular Studio One thing. We do just right click, edit with Melodyne like that, or you can also do Command M if you're so inclined. And as you can see, all the notes are already in the buffer. I don't need to transfer anything in real time. It's all been done for me. So now I can just hit play here in Studio One.
We keep it all in.
So let's just tune that a little bit. Let's get that pitching right. Let's go here.
Word from
That one here.
word from
And then
word from breaking.
and this one, a little bit less of this
Word
modulation.
from breaking.
So once we would be done with this, it's as easy as just dragging and dropping the file from your song to an empty folder in the Files tab of your browser here in Studio One. This is gonna render Melodyne, and now we can just get it back right here into our Ableton session to keep working with it. Now I'm just gonna hit play here.
To stop the word from breaking.
I think this is absolutely insane, honestly. Okay, so let's take this even a step further with another ARA plugin for Studio One, and that is SynchroArt's VocAlign. Now, in this song that I've just shown you, I also have a dub vocal that is not time aligned with the main vocal, and I quickly want to address that in Studio One before I keep working with it in Ableton Live.
Cause we keep it all in. To stop the word from breaking. Instead of holding out.
Yeah, that's pretty serious, as you can hear. And if I would do this by hand or with warping, I would either spend a ton of time on this or I just lose a lot of quality in the process. So how would we do this? Well, it's once again super simple if you're working with Studio One side by side. So we just take the lead vox right here, drag it over to Studio One. I still can't get over there, by the way. And we just do that with the dub vocal. Then we're gonna just slice this or trim the endpoint to our cursor. And now we're just gonna select the two and go audio and edit with VocAlign. Now all we need to do from here is select our guide vocal, which is the top one. Then we select the dub vocal, which is the bottom one. VocAlign does all the work for us, and the job is done.
Instead of holding out.
Can you hear?
Instead of holding out.
Incredible.
Instead of holding.
So now I just take the dub vocal and also the guide vocal, just to be sure, even though that shouldn't have been changed. And we render into the browser once more, just like that. Now I can grab the two and bring them back into my Ableton Live session. Just like that. So now I have them upside down, but that's not really an issue. Let's just solve this really quickly. Like so. And let's give it a listen.
'Cause we keep it all in instead of holding out.
Perfect. As you can see, if you're using Ableton Live and you want ARA in your software, definitely start adding Studio onto your setup. You will not regret it. Quite the opposite. It's gonna be a game changer.